with, who was it? I think it was it Titan? I think it was Titan.
I'm not sure much referring to be honest.
Fnatic when they played Inferno, and they kept, oh, never mind. We're into the pistol round, I'll come back to it later. Fnatic bombing up the B area, it seems. Got a pop flash, but Rain's going to avoid it. Can he find a headshot, though? He is overwhelmed. He's not going to find any connections with his bullets. He's got Fox in the sandbags, but he's dead as well. Jacob's going to get wrecked. So, despite winning the knife, they don't look good for winning the pistol. And that could give Fnatic a great opportunity to break the G2.Kinguin when they get the buy and really rack up some rounds. And if they do that, then I really fear for G2.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. But they do have the potential here with AZ and Michael Elliott. Now, it's going to be hard. These setups and construction are hard enough to deal with, but they can't even get to that point, it would seem, as Michael Elliott will go down in the end to Olaf Meiser at range. And the pistol round will be won by Fnatic. So G2 not really having a good start on either map. And I do fear for them here, because G2 are the kind of team that are going to probably play more pressure buys, play more kind of all-in, more of an all-in kind of a style. And that's, when you're on the CT side, it can be very, very problematic to play that kind of a style, because you need the grenades, James. James, you need grenades.
Well, Fnatic are going to be up against a force buy. Fnatic took one of their anti-ecos, anti-force buys pretty slowly on cash, which maybe wasn't the best idea. This is perhaps a trickier map to get close to the sites with. An anti-eco or force buy on the an eco or force buy on the opposing team. So you can see Fnatic playing safety in numbers at the moment, but the flash doesn't come in and JW gets taken down for free.
Yeah, it'd be a great round for G2 to win, to reset Fnatic straight away. And they've got a good start with it. And of course, AZ already on the UMP. It's going to be useful. But in comes Fnatic, 4 players moving together as a unit, looking to make those trades. Oh, what is this? These frags coming in here from G2 could be absolutely massive, as 3 players left there for G2. AZ coming in at the last moment with that UMP to completely gut the offense of the Swedish side. And that will be indeed the immediate reset. But Fnatic will likely force buy in this position. Right back, so it's not over just yet. The madness, the anarchy, and the bedlam will all continue in this round.
I mean, it wasn't a good start for Fnatic when they had JW top mid, waiting for the smoke to disappear, peeking towards short, but nobody covering him from long. Got taken down absolutely for free, no trade frag, and just fell apart from there. Got Molotovs to push Fox off the angle, but AZ is going to get the first frag onto Olaf Meister. Taken down by JW, however. We'll see if he's able to pick up that M4. I think he probably will. See him heading in that direction at the moment. And now we've got Makelele moving towards the pit position from the site, and it's really important he holds pit should Fnatic move towards the A site. They've got the bomb and the rest of the players going in that direction, so it seems likely that they'll be headed his way pretty soon. We've got Jekin playing the sandbags with the P90 over towards B, and G2 are slowly going to put Fox on speedway with the UMP, so he can have a quick rotation towards Arch should he need to. Counter flashes coming in from the pit. Fnatic still holding for now.
Yeah, they are indeed, and it's all coming to a boiling point. Those push finally is going to be arriving. Fox goes for the challenge. He's going to lose the battle against Flusher. That's going to allow a lot of space for Fnatic to move in, and the more options as well. But Flusher doesn't even need options. He's just going to find bullets to these players of G2, and it's going to be another frag there going the way of Fnatic. G2 in a desperate situation, relying on just Jakin with the P90, and yeah, sure, he's an amazing P90 player, but he hasn't even got a kit at the moment, and it's 1 versus 4, so he's looking to just try to save this weapon, and he can't even get a frag as he falls back, and Fnatic probably not interested really in challenging him, as they're all very low on HP, and he does have a P90, so they would be ripe for the pickings for Jacob if they did challenge him.
What can be really dangerous for G2 here is we're in a situation where we're early on and both teams continue to trade rounds back and forth, one round run. We can continue to see force buys from both teams for quite a while. But if they continue to trade like this, then that's not going to be favorable for G2. And Jacob finally goes down. So the question now is, are G2 going to go for the force buy here, knowing that the economy is still going to be low for the T side? Because if they do, then that could put them pretty badly on the back foot going forward on their CT side, which is the key side for them.
Yeah, it is definitely a key side for them. Fnatic looking to rock G2 straight back, and again, you know, the madness will never cease.
Indeed, they have gone for the force buy. You can see $50 only in the bank for multiple players of G2 here.
And they have to do it, basically. Just have to keep doing this until one of these teams strings, you know, 2 rounds together. We'll just continually see these force buys. And who is it going to be? You know, I do have a good feeling for Fnatic now. They've got decent amount of grenades to try to push some of these positions, but they are wary that G2 could go for some aggression.
Speaking of nades, there's only 1 smoke, and that's it on G2 with 1:30 on the clock here. That's not a good sign.
Yeah, force buy is not conducive to lots of nades, unfortunately, for G2. And now Fnatic are starting to make their way, and they've cleared the bedroom with the Molotov there from Crims in second middle. And they have pushed a player in there as well. It is actually Olofmeister, and they're going to leave him actually in Boiler. So this is going to be that classic B play with Olofmeister as the lurker, and this we've seen this so many times from Fnatic, and it is very strong.
Yeah, you can see Flusher waiting for the CTs to look for some information. They're playing so passively on B and A that G2 will have no idea where this push is coming until perhaps it is too late. Got many Fnatic players now just holding formation towards B, and Fox is starting to move away as Fnatic set up for these nades. So Jacob's going to be isolated on the site unless Fox can get back in quickly. Again, no nades whatsoever now for the CT side. Seemingly waiting for a reaction, but there's a massive flank. Olofmeister's in CT spawn, and somehow they've missed that, and that's going to be a massive problem for G2.
Yeah, here we go. We got G2 with those 3 players left alive. They can't really do much with this. They're going to have to save these force bot weapons, these deagles, and the Kevlar that they have, and try to do some damage in the next round. But it would appear that Fnatic have won the battle. The tug of war has been won by the Swedish side, and that does not bode well for G2.
That was so sneaky, even we didn't see it. I don't know how Olofmeister managed to get through Arch all the way into CT spawn there, but indeed he did. And that means Fnatic take the site without losing a single player. There's a bit of a hunt for these CTs, as you can see on their minimap, trying to save what they can. And again, now Fnatic string their second round together. G2, if they can survive with 3 players, at least that would be something. They've got some full armor and some dangerous pistols, but I mean, look at their economy. They've got about $2,000 per person. So it's not an amazing situation. So it's funny that now they've put the money situation on top of the floaty cam, but they're showing us play cam instead, so we still can't see to buy that.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty awful for G2. I mean, they should be on a safe. And indeed, they've got the 3 pistols that they saved, as well as the 2 other players who didn't spend any money. And here's a quick push coming in from Fnatic, the anti-eco play. JW opening things up with nice entries, and it's Rain there, close with the CZ. Can he get some damage in here? He might just get a lot of damage. There's a double spray with that CZ, and that could actually help out, but it's Flusher lurking around CT spawn. That's really going to stop this effort. But AZ has a chance here. He has got half health. But Dennis is 1 bullet away from death, and AZ survives the flames with 1 HP, and now he's moving through the smoke. This guy has balls of steel, but he's not going to pull this round out of the bag. It's going to go to Fnatic. 4-1 now the score.
There seems to be a backdoor into CT spawn for Fnatic at the moment. Now we're seeing, I think we're seeing a buy. We'll find out in a few seconds. For G2, they need to close that door wherever it lies, because Fnatic already at a significant advantage on their T side, which is a problem that can only grow worse for G2 and could lead them to a quick 0-2 defeat. In fact, they're going to have 2 people over towards Arch in this round, Makalele and Rain. Of course, you've got Fox over towards B, holding the angle with the York. Flusher is by the tree position. They all know what to expect from G2 towards the banana area. We'll see later on if they are able to defend it. There's only 3 flashbangs on the Fnatic side, and Flusher has none of those, and indeed he'll get taken down by Fox towards the tree position.
Yeah, it's a nice setup here from G2. 2 players towards Arch side, although they will actually fall back with Rain onto the bomb site now. As they await the push from Fnatic, Fnatic have enough nades still to get the nice little set play onto the A bomb sites. Now we do have Michael Ellen at the spot there on Arch side. And G2 playing 2 players at top of banana. They do need to rotate somebody soon, or go for an information play to actually figure out that they can play 4 players onto the A bomb site in this position. Here come the nades. That's going to be the telegraph for the G2 side, but still they hold their positions. Fnatic playing this slow, and there's the first engagement. There is the rotation now for G2. Will Fnatic commit onto say bomb site? It looks like they are going for it. 2 players on the site. This is going to be tough here for G2 to hold.
It's going to be very tough indeed. Rain with a good start though. AZ's gone down, just down to Rain. Rain gets taken out, and that's a free open bomb site for Fnatic. Bomb's going to get planted. They've got 1 player CT, 1 player coming from top mid to the G2 side. Getting that extra time on the clock, but neither of these 2 players have a defuse kit. There should be one on the side somewhere. That is a great shot from Fox onto JW. Now they need to find out where these last 2 players are playing, and there's a crossfire between the pit and the site, although Olofmeister might get isolated in a battle with Jacob here, so there's still something for the CTs to do, but again, they'll still need to find a kit. Down goes Crims, down to Olofmeister in the pit now, leaving it into a 1 versus 1. And the clock is ticking on Fox, and he may have to make a run for it. Olofmeister reading this, is going to go for the peak and finish him off. No money left here for G2 on their buy, absolutely ruined. And one of the biggest issues for G2 is how they're playing the A bomb site. They're playing it so deep, they have no information. By the time Fnatic get up to the site, it's too late. They can't play on the information they have because Fnatic are in their faces. And you saw G2 trying to play the counter flash situation. Makalele holding the arch angle with I think it was Dennis. No, not Dennis. It was maybe AZ throwing flashes onto the roof there, but it came in too late. Makalele got taken down regardless. There's nobody to trade for the CT side. 5-1 to Fnatic. G2 back on the eco. This is a disaster.
Yeah, it really is. Really is a disaster. Now we'll have Olof with the first frag onto Michael Ailey, and again, there's nothing really to speak of for G2. But this is starting to look a little bit stompy. As Fnatic just play their anti-eco, they've got the kills they need towards A, so they're just going to make their way towards A. Couldn't really be more simple than that. Of course, there can still be players on the bomb site if there was a stack, but now the number advantage is such that Fnatic don't need to fear it, any kind of a stack or anything like that. So should be game over here, and that'll be a 6-1 scoreline. G2, they might as well try and get some exits going on for themselves, but they're playing it pretty passively actually. It's like it's going to be Olofmeister picking up the exit kills as he exits the library. And G2, I would really like to see Fox able to pick up that AWP and start roaming the map with it, getting some aggressions, going in the apartments, going in middle, going into Banana, because they can't just sit and wait and let Fnatic play their game.
Looking back at Cluj, that's kind of the tournament where G2 made adjustments, and it's one of those situations where people aren't so sure what to expect from them and they're not used to their approach. The same way you saw Cloud9's performance at Valencia. You have that breakout event, but then when that happens and people adjust to you and they're used to what to expect from you, then you really find out how good a team you are. So perhaps that's what we're seeing right now.
Well, G2 at the major as well, in those all those series that they played so well after making out the group stages, they had like 3 or 4 players in every single game on absolute fire. Yeah. And we haven't really seen that from them since that tournament. Here you go, here's the fast push coming in from Fnatic. Fox is really pushed to an awkward position here, getting close to his teammate. He gets 1 frag, can't get the second one, and his teammate J-Chem is going to get traded immediately. That setup was completely busted down by the sheer ridiculousness of that pace from Fnatic. The Swedes have dominated the banana area, and now they dare dominate the B bomb side as well with the plant. But 3 versus 3, there is hope here for G2, but can they make it happen?
There is, you can jump on the well in CT spawn to look into that door area, but the smoke is not going to help in that situation. JW taking down Makalele, and now we have Rain and AZ. They're stuck in construction. They can't even run away because of where they are. And there we go, they're getting finished off again. This is cruelty at this point, Dan.
Yeah, it's obscene.
Assault and battery.
It is obscene. And it does seem like G2 are starting to feel very kind of drained by the fact that they can't find the right path to walk. They can't see which direction to go against Fnatic.
Well, they're unable to control the rounds.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, and again, like I mentioned before, I want to see Fox able to try to do something aggressively, but that was the perfect round for Fnatic to just turn up the pace on the B bomb side. They completely caught them out of position. And now we're basically seeing what we've seen so often, another quasi-buy, another awful situation on the money for G2.
Yeah, so This round should be about damage and damage only for G2, like trying to get some damage in, doing what they can. And they've made a gamble towards the A sites. There's no commitment from Fnatic either way just yet. You can see Jacob heading back over towards the B bomb site. You do wonder in this situation if it's worth the CT splitting up one by one like that, with Jacob over towards B, or if it's worth them just holding the gamble towards one side, concentrating their efforts in one place they can trade, cause a bit of bedlam for mayhem. Taking down all of five, so that seems to be it for now. We've got Makelele being eliminated. And there we go, they're all dying one by one in a round where they've only got pistols.
Yeah, it's not the best situation in the world. So 8 rounds already for the T side of Fnatic. And it's hard to be inspired by G2 in their play at the moment. Because again, you know, on the CT side, well, on the T side, it's a little bit easier to try to say, okay, you know, what solution can we find against the defense? You know, what's been working, what's strong for the opposition? You know, what are our strengths? You know, you can kind of dictate the rounds much more easily based on what you're working with as well. But on the CT side, especially on a map like this, it's hard to actually do much other than react unless you have a big buy, which has been a problem for G2. And they have a big buy now. We've got AZ moving into the apartments. Fox is towards the B bomb site with Jacob. And Fnatic are going to be taking over apartments. So they're Fnatic playing a default round here. Can G2 get something going for them?
AZ did some alright damage actually with that nade onto Dennis from the balcony, rather than going for a risky pick there, because you can often find someone holding an angle from early T-apps through the window. So rather than showing himself, just bounces a nade off the wall there, which is a nice touch. But of course G2 will need more than that. So you can see they're playing with a bit more aggression towards top mid now, with Rain coming to join Makelele, whereas before they were playing so passively. Again, they were left in a situation where they had no information, and Fnatic would be all over them by the time they realized what's going on, unable to react, unable to do what they want, just playing to the tune of Fnatic's flute. Now we're seeing Fnatic breach top mid, and that's going to cause 2 G2 players on R to try and reposition. Rain with a bit of shoulder picking that we saw from Flusher as well. And look how the Fnatic players are working together. 2 players coming in through to CT Spawn to take down Rain. Again, CT Spawn's being compromised for the nth time by Fnatic, which means a B split is very likely here.
Yeah, this is a really rough situation. Oh, you can see Jacob, he wants to try to get some information as to what's going on. Doesn't have a flash from a teammate or anything to work with, just walks out and gets completely wrecked. AZ's on the pit position, that's great, but he's isolated, he's alone. He's going to get himself another kill there. So AZ's doing some good damage, but again, he's alone. And his teammates are already pretty much down and out for the count in this round, leaving Fox in a 1 versus 3 on a retake situation. And honestly, it's quite... It's not impossible, of course, but it would take a misplay out of Fnatic for them to give this round away. And obviously, Fox realizes that situation is just going to try to save around libraries. So
it's an interesting call from Fnatic to they're two guys deep into CT spawn and 3 on Banana in front of the B bomb site, but they chose to go to A to try and catch the CTs out of position in a rotation. G2 though was still in the pit at the time. But it's worked out regardless. But I like it. Fnatic they're thinking about every step, which is great to see for them. If they prove successful going forward here, then they're going to have tougher challenges ahead. So it's nice to see them on point, but G2 left guessing at every moment. And again, Fnatic have just got into CT spawn so many times in this match so far.
Absolutely, they've had free reign, absolute free reign. And this is going to be a really nice match for them to be playing like this on the stage as well, because you know, the way that they started this tournament, to be honest, was pretty awful. But they've started to hit their form. They're starting to peak at the right timing. And here's the fast play coming in from G2, finally trying to meet force with force, jumping their way down towards the bottom of Banana and claiming it. Now 3 players there for Fnatic. This might be the first time we've seen them at early round with such a disadvantage. Now G2 just have to hold this advantage. They just have to play it safe from this point forward. You've got Makelele there deep on Banana. He's able to spot if there's aggression. He's got to be careful though that he's not too far forward here, because if Fnatic decide to rush, and they could very well do so, and in fact they will, he could get caught out. So they go for the shot, say he doesn't need to take these risks, and he's going to go down for free.
Yeah, he couldn't get around the corner fast enough. That's going to leave Jacob trying to duel, getting sprayed through the smoke. He's going to have to be really careful about peeking. Fnatic have been very good at finding the right angles through the smokes in this tournament so far. Got a reasonable rotation coming in here for G2. There's still a lurker and Olofmeister towards top mid, so we'll have to pay attention and see if he can make it towards CT spawn. He's headed that way. Got a play coming in his direction though, and Rain will hold things down here. But what is the read from G2? They take down Olofmeister top mid. They don't know where the remaining two players are. There was a bit of action towards Banana, but the rotation is possible now because Fnatic are being quite silent over there.
Indeed. Molotov down there onto AZ's position by CT spawn, and Spray coming in wildly from JKM. He only finds, in fact, doesn't find any targets. It's AZ who gets it. Crim's down 1 versus 2. He spotted the next player, goes for the engagement, almost gets the kill, very close indeed, but no dice. G2 will survive, but they lost a lot of players there, and I feel like Michael Lele, you know, he took a massive risk. His positioning was pretty awful, knowing that he was being rushed. He wanted to go for the kill, despite the fact that his team was still with 5 players left alive, and it should have been impossible for them to push a bomb site without and to get more than 1 kill, to be honest. So Fox still on the AWP. Grenades looking okay for G2.
Yeah, they've still got a worse buy than Fnatic at the moment. Putting a third person over towards B initially, but there's no early rush. Fnatic avoiding the grenades over there. There's only 2 smokes left on the CT side, but Makalele taking Crims down is a good start. Fox, though, is going to be eliminated towards A apps. So G2 have tried to mix things up there. Fox going JW style, but Fnatic will be the kings of that.
Yeah, 4 versus 4 is often a poor situation for the CT side, and do they go for a gamble? Do they try to put 3 players on one site, or do they split 2 and 2? Usually, the Ts in this spot will wait for quite a while if they have the time, because usually, if you wait long enough, the CTs will actually go, and they actually will split 2 to a site because they just don't have any information. And that's sort of happening to this point actually now, as G2 have 1 player on the site itself, and Michael is in spawn. And here comes the push. This could be a 1 versus 4 here for the guy on the side. And that's AZ. He's just standing on first oranges. He's going to go down after 1 frag. Michael now comes in, gets eliminated with no return. And that should be a wrap in this round, unless JKM gets something ridiculous. But the bomb is down and Fnatic have position.
And they have an AWP as well. So I don't know if there's a smoke down between CT and the site, but we'll soon find out. Again, I think we had Rain jumping on the well, as I mentioned earlier. You can see into the doorway there through to construction, which can take people by surprise, but no engagements there. And once again, G2 going to have to run away with the tail between their legs. So I think their economy is going to be in the doldrums once again. Unfortunately, I don't think we have contact with the observer. He's probably connected to the Russian-speaking cast. We can't bring up the scoreboard on request.
Wow. That is beautiful. Absolutely stunning stuff.
Yeah, very nice crowd here.
So G2 now, they are only with 2 rounds at the moment. Fnatic are walking all over them. And this is definitely quite a struggle. We will see if Fox with the AWP, he goes for the push, he doesn't connect the shot. Again, it was a good opportunity there. A couple players on the screen. And he's got to be careful not to get caught too heavily out of position. AZ's going to make some stuff happen by opponents. AZ has been pretty good in this series so far, as Olofmeister is going to finally remove him from the apps position. The bomb was spotted though, and that's actually going to cause a bit of a rotation. And JKM will assist the A-bomb side as he moves in for the 3-man defense. Oh, the Krieg, man. Krieg too strong. I love that Crims has bought the Sig Krieg. 3 versus 4 now as G2 struggle to hold this bomb site. And the struggle is going to continue. Crims back in with another frag here. The Krieg is doing excellent damage. Flusher will finish off JKM. Now it's Michaelele with the Mag 7. Don't think this is going to happen for him though. He might be able to pick up a weapon perhaps. That's pretty much best case.
Yeah, dire straits for G2, and you have to wonder where they are mentally in this match at the moment, because I think it'd be hard for them not to think, oh, okay, we're going to lose this match.
Yeah.
Right, but then you need to keep your composure. It's not over until it's over. Maybe the freedom of the T side will end up being better for them overall. I mean, in hindsight, it's easy to say, But how many rounds are they going to go into the second half with to be able to mount an offense? Obviously, they're not winning the aim duels at the moment. They don't really have the equipment to do that, as evidenced by Makelele's Mag 7. But once they get onto the AKs on the T side, maybe just going for the raw duels will be more beneficial to them. But then if Fnatic are playing in the positions on the A side where we've seen them play on previous matches here on Inferno in this tournament, then I think G2 might really struggle to deal with that. But we are into dying rounds of the first half before we get there. And again, Kinguin on the G2 on the force buy. They've got 1 shotgun and 4 sets of pistols here. Quite a reasonable amount of grenades. See, they've tried to force their way. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Flusher takes down Fox. Got to get traded by Jacob, and that might put an end to this, or looks like they're going to force the issue. GW going to not see Jacob in the corner, but he's eventually going to go down as well. So quite expensive round for both teams so far, but again, Fnatic are in a situation where they can perhaps try to dispose of those weapons over the fence before they continue their march.
Yeah, it's a bit chaotic here. So if we look at this situation, we've got 3 versus 3, and Fnatic, they don't have any control up Banana, they don't have apps, they don't have middle just yet. You know, but the best options from this spot where you can trade the best is probably Banana and middle. So and they're actually going to be picking middle here. They've got Olofmeister with 20 HP moving up towards the apartment side. So it's lots of points in which G2 can be hiding here. More so than the Banana area, which is you just have to look forwards, but you have to look left and right in a lot of spots. And Rain always going to go just for the push, just at the right moment. And he's going to spot one player. There's the headshot onto Crimson's, the immediate return from Dennis, but he's going to pump up the pace now as he finds Makelele. The spray is not good enough, so how on earth did Makelele connect a headshot there with that Mag 7? Oh, can't quite pull the trigger in time. Olofmeister was very low, 20 HP, but AZ can still do this one. But no! Denied! Olofmeister somehow, instant headshot. See you later. No Mag 7 for you.
I think AZ needed 1 shot with that 5-7 to the chest to take that round. But Olofmeister,
20 HP.
He is going nuclear versus G2 at the moment. Great play by him.
Can't get over how sexy this stage is.
Yeah, I know, we've seen it so many times. For a little bit too long. Triple Mag 7, not every day you see this, not even in Oceania would you see triple Mag 7. You might see triple AWP, but not triple Mag 7.
Yeah, indeed. JW gets a quick kill there in middle, so already Fnatic start things off with a nice advantage. And you know, he just caught some aggression. You know, G2 just trying to make stuff happen, trying to force the square piece into the circle hole, and it's not quite going their way. Now, JW with another pick. This is just heinous right now because he's just a one-man army. Dennis picks up a kill by the Banana side as well, and things aren't looking too good for him, but Jacob at least gets something done with the mag. And there you go. Round's over before you know it, and that's 32 first half. But that's T rounds for Fnatic. That's so scary. They're so good on the CT side as well.
I feel like both halves, or both first halves of these 2 maps should have seen a 13-2 score, to be honest. Well, there we go.
It's funny, actually, again, you know, we have the Russian commentary in the arena, and we're kind of almost third party to it. And it reminds me of all the back in the old StarCraft days when Tasis first went to Korea, because you would always see him in that situation. That was always very interesting to get an insight into that culture. And you know, we're getting to see some wonderful things here in Minsk amongst a lot of snow. Most importantly, a wonderful crowd that's turned up to the arena.
G2 not off to a good start there. Olofmeister's going to get traded on Banana, but there's a bit of baiting going on there. You can see JW is behind the sandbags, or he's not going to wait around. He could take down the bomb here. The bomb's on his own on Banana, and he's going to lose the duel. The bomb's lost on Banana for the T side. Makelele finds himself on the A site. What a disaster.
Oh my God, it's not good, James. It's not looking good. This is a slaughter at the moment. Fnatic have just gone Super Saiyan on G2, and G2 just cannot comprehend what's going on. 42, I mean, again, it's the spot where we actually saw a similar spot on the last map, where, you know, G2 had to win a force buy. Again, it's, you know, not out of the question for them to do that, and it does put them in a good spot economically, but they just need rounds. They need rounds more than anything. So let's see how they decide to approach this. They've got to win this round.
I think what they might need at this point is to be put out of their misery. The nades are flying in. The P90s are coming in as well. And that round's over faster than I can even talk.
That was really anticlimactic, James.
That was over faster than you can microwave a pot noodle, Dan.
Man, that brings me back to my uni days. Days of the pot noodle. So 15-2, Fnatic on match point. G2 about to be eliminated from StarSeries 14 grand finals here from the Minsk Arena. And look at this. Fnatic want to finish it in a very dominant way as they just charge down middle, they charge down Banana, the P90's in, the spray's coming out on the 5-2, Deagle in play, but actually a 2-on-2 now in the chaos. So G2 can maybe scrape together a round here now.
Fox heavily tagged, JW heavily tagged. Weapon advantage has to be with the CTs here. Fox is unfortunately going to miss both of them, but maybe he hears JW in construction. He's going to be much quicker on the trigger here. Still alive with 6 HP, and he will be a problem. Rain has a lot of time here, so he doesn't need to go for a bomb plant anytime soon. Doesn't have the range with the P90. Switches to the Deagle, and Fnatic finish what they started. G2 gets stomped into the mud. That's like some Ivan Drago business. If he dies, he dies, and G2 certainly did in this match.